Hey, what is up, guys? It is Schultz31 back with a brand new video. I'm sorry, I know it's been a long time since the last time I uploaded, but I've had a lot of things go on in my life that I would rather not talk about on YouTube. But I've also been real busy lately with school and football, so I haven't been able to upload nearly as much. But I wanted to come back to make a bowl predictions video. That's right, we're going to be predicting some bowl games today, such as the Gasparilla Bowl and the Duke's Mayo Bowl, along with several other bowls. The first bowl game we are going to be looking at is the Gasparilla Bowl between Florida and Central Florida. The 2021 football season for the Florida Gators has been a major disappointment. After winning the East last year, expectations were high for Florida. However, it has been a very disappointing season. The Gators, despite blowing out Tennessee and almost beating Alabama, have had a very disappointing 2021 season, as the Gators went 6-6 and Dan Mullen was fired after their loss to Missouri. They did beat Florida State, though, in the last game of the season to clinch bowl eligibility. UCF, on the other hand, has had a very good 8-4 season under first-year head coach Gus Malzahn. Both teams that are ironically in the same state that haven't met each other since 2006 will meet each other in the Gasparilla Bowl. In my opinion, as crazy as it may sound, I'm going to have to pick the Knights on this one to upset Florida. Keep in mind, Florida allowed 42 points from Samford, and I feel like Gus Malzahn is building something special at Central Florida. So like I said, I'm going to have to pick the Knights in a close one to upset Florida. Up next, the Duke's Mayo Bowl between South Carolina and North Carolina. North Carolina, very similar to Florida, had a great 2020 season and had high expectations going into 2021. There was a ton of hype around Mac Brown and Sam Howell, who everyone thought would be a Heisman contender. Everyone thought North Carolina could very well win the ACC and maybe even make it to the college football playoffs. However, the Tar Heels lost in the season opener on the road to Virginia Tech and also took an embarrassing loss to Georgia Tech and a heartbreaking loss at the end of the season to NC State. South Carolina, on the other hand, under first-year head coach Shane Beamer, despite being predicted to go 4-8 by many, has finished the year 6-6 and is bowl eligible for the first time since 2018. The Gamecocks, despite losing to Clemson and Missouri late in the year, did blow out a bowl-eligible Florida team and beat a bowl-eligible Auburn team. The Gamecocks will be out for revenge, as the last time these two teams met, North Carolina beat South Carolina 24-20 in the belt kickoff game in the season opener in 2019. I know I may sound biased on this one, but I have the Gamecocks beating the Tar Heels in a close game. South Carolina just seems to be a lot more hyped for this game in comparison to North Carolina, who had higher expectations and had. Meanwhile, South Carolina was not expected to even get to a bowl game this year after two bowl-less seasons. However, the Gamecocks have proved everyone wrong in getting to a bowl game. Up next, I've got the Birmingham Bowl, Auburn versus Houston. Auburn, under first-year head coach Brian Harsin, has had a very disappointing 6-6 season after having high expectations. They just fired offensive coordinator Mike Bobo after their loss to Alabama, who they were beating for most of the game until losing to them in double overtime, and had a disappointing season. Houston, on the other hand, has had a great 11-2 season, with their only two losses being to Texas Tech and number 4 Cincinnati in the American Conference Championship game. Very similar to what I said earlier about the Gasparilla Bowl, I think Houston is going to upset Auburn, meaning this would be the second Group of 5 team to upset an SEC team in the postseason this year. Up next, we have the Cheezit Bowl in Orlando. The Clemson Tigers take on the Iowa State Cyclones in a matchup where both teams ironically had high expectations this year, but failed many of them. Clemson did finish out the year hot, blowing out both ranked Wake Forest and bowl-eligible South Carolina. The Tigers finished the regular season 9-3. Meanwhile, Iowa State finished the year 7-5. However, despite this, in my opinion, I still think Iowa State has the better quarterback. Despite not living up to the hype, Brock Purdy has looked a lot better than DJ Uiagalelei. DJ Uiagalelei, despite leading the Tigers to a 30-0 blowout win over South Carolina, did throw for less than 100 yards in that game. Some of you may call me biased on this one, but I'm going to have to pick Iowa State to upset the number 24 ranked Clemson Tigers. Like I said, Iowa State just has the better quarterback in my opinion with Brock Purdy, and Clemson defensive coordinator Brent Venables is leaving along with Clemson offensive coordinator Tony Elliott, so Dabo will be without both his coordinators. But that's all for this video. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and tell me your predictions down in the comments below.